Foundations of Language and Literature is organized as a genre book, and that's different from what we've done with the other books in the series that have been done primarily around the concept of conversations. But this one works as a genre book because, as we said, ninth grade teachers told us that's what they wanted. That's more important. Students have to internalize that information. They have to understand those forms. They have to know what a genre is. But embedded in each chapter is a conversation, and that means that we're moving to issues that we thought would be important to kids. So each chapter has a central text. So in the fiction chapter, for instance, Amy Tan's Two Kinds is a central text, and that one is discussed with giving every bit of importance that it deserves in terms of a literary text. But then the students are given a series of nonfiction texts that engage in a particular discussion of an issue, in this case, whether people are intrinsically or extrinsically motivated, and how that plays out in the story, but then also how Malcolm Gladwell comments on it, how the Tiger Mom comments on it. So in every chapter you have that breakdown. So there are still conversations, and that concept of conversations from the beginning, chapter 1, where people are listening, speaking and listening, and then writing about it in chapter 2 and reading about it, and then adding sources, that concept of conversations, that overarching concept, remains throughout the book, even though the central organization is genre.
And I think, too, the power of the conversation is, so you have this central text that launches you into the conversation,
right,
to dig deeper into the thematic study, the issue.
Mm-hmm.
And then we ask students to go back to that central text. And how do you interpret differently
that
central text now that you've had this
Yep.
conversation? And so it gives them a different lens to look at those very important central texts through.